Greg and the girls have been joined by the Swim Trek team, a company specialising in open water swims. Georgina Bowden and Simon Murray are experienced channel swimmers themselves, and they'll be responsible for the girls' safety while they're in the sea.
Come on then, who wants it? You love it, don't you? Come on.
I don't want to do 2 figures again.
Our swimmers will need that petroleum jelly to prevent chafing. You get sore from all that repetitive front crawl. Over the next 2 days, our swimmers must attempt 6 hours in the open sea to test their stamina, endurance and ability in often rough water out where it's very deep. They're all nervous. And Pat has a chest infection. It's been touch and go whether she should swim at all.
I'm anxious about it because I've never swum that far in one stretch before. I mean, I've done it in the pool, up and down the pool, but that's very different. I'm sure we'll do it.
We're going to send you out with Simon, around about sort of 5 or 10 minutes in front of everybody else, and we're essentially going to use you as the rabbit. So we're going to be chasing you as we go out at your own pace, nice and relaxed. Enjoy it. Let's go then.
Today is going to take some nerve. Remember, these girls have only been training for 3 months, and apart from a quick dip in Dover Harbour, they've never swum in the open seas before. They have 2 kilometres to cover this morning. The point of this trip is for Greg to assess the girls' chances of achieving this challenge, and it's all started so well, with all 4 girls confident enough to keep going out of the bay. But as soon as they're out in the open water, it quickly begins unravelling for Mel, and after 30 minutes, she's out.
Oh, I just couldn't do it. I don't like failing.
Meanwhile, Sally is having a better morning. She's managed over an hour and a quarter.
It's a bit choppier than I thought. The salt water's horrible, but I didn't really get into a strike that I didn't feel. But we swam a long way, so that's all right.
Just take your time on the ladder, Lynn.
Lynn comes out after an hour and 20. What she needs to do as soon as she can is get her wet swimming costume off so she can warm up. But she's being distracted by the enormity of what she's facing with this challenge.
The thought of doing it on your own. You'd be swimming along and you'd hit a part and you saw all the rocks and the fish. It's just amazing. Of course, we're not going to have that in the channel.
Despite her terror, Lynn's finding something to smile about, unlike Mel, who's feeling really seasick.
Take your time.
Pat managed the same distance as Lynn and Sally, but because she's the slowest swimmer, she finished after an hour and a half.
Pat is my hero, there's no doubt about it. I mean, what a woman. You'd be proud of her if she was your grandmother. 58-year-old, she's got disability.
Oh, that's nice.
But she is a grinder. You know, she knows what pain's about. We're going to have a spot of lunch now, and then what we'll probably do is finish off the day with a, you know, maybe a sort of 45-minute swim again. Again, just in deep water, just trying to get used to the water itself and the motion. Yeah? Sound good? Come on, Mel. You know you love it.
It's just all very overwhelming. It's like I'm not sure whether I'm the right person for this or what. I don't know. It's all a mixture of emotions at the moment, knowing whether I still want to do this or whether I can do it, because I've stopped halfway. I mean, Greg said you haven't failed because you kept going, but I just don't feel particularly good about myself today.
Well done, it's a really good job. Mel is always going to be the problem, frankly, within the 4. She is intensely scared of the water in general, but particularly of deep water. You know, today we had on top of that the wind, the waves, the swell coming in, and basically it's just too much to deal with. She did incredibly well. We're out there for 30 minutes with her, but 30 minutes is not 16 hours, and she's got an awfully long way to go if she's got any chance of the channel. Right. So we're swimming like that, the wind's coming in here.
It's time for the afternoon swim, another 2 kilometres in the water, and the boys are working hard to persuade Mel to get back in.
Let's go.
No, I don't want to go in first.
Come on, Mel.
I lied, it's boiling. Love it, girl.
Yeah.
Woo!
Lynn is the enigma within the group. You know, I think I've said it before, but I think athletically Lynn is the best of all 4 girls. Her stroke, you can see, she's only just learnt that 3 months ago. Her speed is excellent. You know, out of the 4, she probably has the real potential to give it a solo attempt.
After swimming her heart out this morning with cramp and the remnants of a cold, Pat's chest infection has returned with a vengeance and she's just too poorly to go on.
It's really frustrating because I've been looking forward to this for months and I just wish I was in the water with them. But, you know, Greg's pulled me out and there's nothing I can do about that. I trust his judgment.
The one concern I have is she is incredibly slow. Is Pat going to be able to swim the channel? I have absolutely no doubt she would give it her best shot if she had the possibility. It's whether actually she can do it or not.
Mel's stuck at it, persuaded by Simon to do 5 more minutes, then 5 minutes more, and in total she's managed 20 minutes. But now she's back on the boat. Mel says she's had enough.
I just can't do this. It's just like, today has been a complete mental block for this. But just seeing Lynne out there now, it's just like, she's doing brilliantly. She's doing amazing.
Sally's worked hard today, and this afternoon she's managed 45 minutes before the cold conditions force her out.
And we just seem to go on forever, so but I think I've had enough now.
Sally is Mrs. Consistency, really. She's middle of the road. You know, I don't mean that disparagingly. She's doing a great job. And I think the thing about Sally is that in order to swim the channel, you've really got to want it, because it is unpleasant from the first stroke to the last stroke. It is not a pleasurable experience. And does she really want it enough to actually push herself over that limit when it really starts to get tough? And at the moment, I'm not sure that she has.
Oh, God, you did.
Wow.
Good swim, guys. Well done.
Lynne had the best swim of the day and managed just over an hour.
She'll be proud of yourselves. Really good day. What a beautiful end to it as well.
I'm really pleased I've done it. I'm so cold.
It's been a sunny day and the temperature is about 15 degrees on the boat. It's actually 3 degrees warmer in the sea, but Lynne is struggling to get warm.
Shiver as much as you like. It's called shivering thermogenesis. It's a reflex action that when you get really cold, what your body does, it starts to shake because that's producing heat. So it warms the body back up again. And actually, you didn't feel that cold when you were in, did you? No, it's what's called the after drop, that when you get out of the water, because you stop moving, you stop generating heat, core temperature goes down. And that's in Malta.
It's the end of the first day and our swimmers are feeling a sense of achievement as well as relief. But for their trainer, day 1 in Gozo has raised some serious issues. Some of the girls have concerns about their ability. Mel's close to giving up altogether, but Greg's worried about them all. Pat's sick and needs to rest, and Lynne can't cope with the cold. It's only Sally who's had no major struggles. We have less than 7 months to go before the channel attempt. Unless Greg can get all our girls to overcome their problems, they don't have a hope of achieving their challenge.
I've got to be really very forceful with these guys now, is that we are going to get back in the water. You are going to work on this, because if we give up and we take it too softly now, frankly, it's all over.
It's the